There's a perception that next-generation sequencing can be difficult or complicated to adopt. Well, I'm going to show you how simple targeted sequencing can be. Now this is the Ion S5 sequencer from Thermo Fisher Scientific. In less than 15 minutes, you can get a run set up. I'm going to show you how easy it is here. We'll open our door, and we'll load our waste container first. Just slide it on into the back. Then we've got our sequencing buffer. Just snaps right on here. All right. Cleaning solution right here on the door. Now take a look at this. This is a reagents cartridge. All of your nucleotides in one spot, one simple step, just load and go. Of course, I've got a chip in here ready to initialize. One other thing to know about this is all the consumables now have RFID tags built in, so tracking all of your consumables is now automated. All right, we'll let that initialize. Now you're probably wondering, what about upfront sample prep? Well, for that, let's take a look at the Ion Chef. Let's prep some libraries. Now, because we're using Ion AmpliSeq technology, we can use as little as 10 nanograms of DNA, and it can be low-quality DNA at that. And the same principle applies here on the Ion Chef. It's load and go reagents. So I've got my plate with my samples, my reagent cartridges over here, my pipette tips, and my enrichment strip. Now, once library prep is done, you move on to template prep and chip loading. And with as little as 30 minutes of hands-on time, we now have a sequencing-ready chip to go onto the Ion S5. Let's go for a run. All right, looks like initialization is complete and we are ready to load our chip with our samples on it. Now, getting your results quickly is important, especially those doing clinical research. Well, the Ion S5 will complete a run in about 2.5 hours, and that makes the Ion S5 the fastest benchtop sequencer on the market. Now, once our run is complete, data analysis will begin automatically with the built-in server, so you'll have your BAM files and your list of variants in just about a few hours. Now, depending on your application, your project, or your throughput requirements, you might need a different chip. Now, the Ion S5 uses 3 different types of chips, so you can literally be doing microbes on Monday, transcriptomes on Thursday, and say gene panels and exomes somewhere in between. Now, to learn more and hear stories on how the Ion S5 is being used in real labs, go to thermofisher.com/Ion S5.